Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, who's a business that actually supports the truth. It's EMF Harmonized, and they sell EMF protection technology. The technology filters out the harmful RF waves, radio frequency waves, and has been scientifically proven to do so. Since you're using a computer, phone or tablet right now to watch this video, the EMFs are actually damaging our DNA as we speak. In other words, consider getting some EMF protection from the link below, as you'll protect yourself, you'll help the growth of my channel, and you'll help a fellow truth supporting business. And I will definitely be ordering something. Some sort of protection, guys. So look at this. This is really good. It's exactly what some people would want. And the link will be down below. Okay, quickly before I start, I would like to thank Danielle. Thank you so much, Danielle, for your contribution. That really, really helps. As you know, I've now got an affiliate who is on our side. So, okay, this from Dr. Russell McGregor. Patriots, our role in October will be to force the MSM to report on crimes being revealed by white hats. This is when we'll be most needed, digital soldiers. For instance, when the documentation and tapes of Benghazi hits, we will spread and demand action. Okay, so it's coming very soon, guys. Very, very soon. From CJ Truth. This is what Facebook and Twitter don't want to come out. Treason. Ian Miles Chong. Bombshell. Buried in the Hunter Biden story on the New York Post is a reference to money from the Chinese Communist Party. We had assurances that the PRC money would come first. And then we would build on that. Right now, I don't see that happening. If they want us in Beijing once a month and pitching this outside PRC, we should be getting paid in advance, just like every other team member that's getting a salary. So, and he just says, stay tuned. I thought there was a bigger thread, but that's okay. And from Julian's Rum, as crazy as it sounds, this is on the table. Is bin Laden still alive? Is that what we could be looking at? Oh, wouldn't that throw a spanner in the works, guys? Whoa. And from Tim Cardella, please retweet. Whoops, it'd be a real shame if this article would get retweeted. And it is just the article that has the Biden files. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay, well I can't read it because I can't see it. But hopefully it'll get people looking. And this from Jordan Rachel. So let me get this straight. Donald Trump got impeached for something Joe Biden did, and he got investigated for 3 years for something Hillary Clinton did. Because that's what we're looking at. And from 3 Days, 3 Nights, did you know that Reagan, Bush and Obama were easily re-elected and none of them had more than 48% of voters, so they were better off after their first terms? Yet Trump is at 56% of voters saying they're better off after his first term. Epic landslide, just vote. And then this one from Dano, it's Snarkish Dano. This cuts to the chase, and this from Steve Deese. So wait, the whole time Trump was facing impeachment for his 20-minute phone call to Ukraine, the FBI already had prima facie evidence, Biden corruption, for why Trump would have done what he was being accused of. Am I reading this right? Yeah, this whole thing's a mess. Has Twitter proved the Biden info was hacked? This is what Twitter claims is the reason for censorship and locking accounts. And they are using it for that. There is a tweet from Jack himself. And just before I go on to that one, I just want to go to the Trump war room. Breaking. Twitter has locked the personal account of White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany for sharing news Democrats don't like. So now they've locked her out. And this from Ice Cube. Facts. I put out the CWBA. Both parties contacted me. Dems said we'll address the CWBA after the election. Trump campaign made some adjustments to their plan after talking to us about. You know who Ice Cube's voting for, don't you? He just jumped on our side. And it's because that the Dems wouldn't give him any specific details on them helping the black community, and Trump did. So that's what that actually means. Now I'm going to go up to Rise Up Melbourne. I'm really unsure as to why or how this guy is considered even remotely trusted to speak about anything, let alone a vaccine or discussing when things get back to normal. This guy is not our leader or an expert. Enough listening already. We just got to open up. F off, Bill Gates. And this is from an Eileen Lorio. Some guy pretending to be a science in charge of the American people. The rest of this year will not be normal, and the sooner we deliver that somewhat bad news to people so they can get ready for what will be a tough fall, the better. Why is Bill Gates telling us what to do? Okay, so let's have a listen to what I don't want to hear, but look at his face. You dirty, evil scoundrel, you.
So what do you think in terms of a timeline? Are we looking at life getting back to normal by next spring, next summer, next fall? What's your best data tell you?
Well, the rest of this year will not be normal. And, the sooner we deliver that somewhat bad news to people so they can get ready for what will be a tough fall, the better. As you go into next year, we should start to see these tools be available in volume. I think several of the vaccines are likely to get approved by the first quarter, and there is manufacturing going on in parallel, so they'll get out there fairly quickly. So things could be slightly better in the first half. By summer, we ought to have dropped the numbers, both the deaths and the transmission, a lot. We won't be totally back to normal until we basically eliminated this on a global basis, because even countries that had competent responses, like South Korea, Australia, they still see infections coming back from time to time, and so they're having to maintain some unnatural measures and not have as many public gatherings as we had before the pandemic hit. So really two milestones. One is when we get a lot of Americans vaccinated, which can be by next summer, and the second is when we really address globally the case transmission and bring it down to very small numbers.
He won't be addressing anything.
Thanks for watching.
No, thanks for watching. Oh my goodness, I just wanted to smack him upside the head. But anyway, I wouldn't do that, but that's just the feeling you get when you watch anything Bill Gates says. So he doesn't want anyone going back to normal. He's holding everybody hostage. That's what he's doing. So Bill Gates can put it where the sun doesn't shine. And then we've got Don, who actually authorised the $30 million to engage private security in Melbourne quarantine hotels. I didn't read that right, that was a question, but anyway. From Centurion, question. The ADF comes to Victoria for free, okay? Australian Defence Forces. Why spend $30 million of taxpayer money for unqualified bouncers for hotel security? That's a good question. A very good question. And then you've got this. To my fellow Aussies, it's abundantly clear that our politicians do not work for the Australian people, but rather work for their own political gains and DS agenda. We as a nation must vote them out. The whole system is corrupt and needs to be overhauled and start again. So we've got Samantha Ratnam from the Greens, Andy Medic from the Animal Justice Party and Fiona Patten from the Reason Party. And apparently Peter Credlin, she's going hard at Daniel Andrews. It's about time some reporter did. Good on you, Peter. She's now finally asking about the 800 deaths. Finally. The 800 deaths from the lockdowns. And I'd say people committing suicide too, because there's been a lot of it in Australia. From Tony Tardio, Peter Credlin is doing Victoria a great service. It is right and correct that the Premier be put under the microscope. She has my respect. And I've obviously bookmarked the Centurion one as well. And from Proud Old Soldier, Daniel Andrews losing it. I'll go back up to that one in a minute. From Kira Savage, Daniel Andrews' office windows were smashed overnight and graffitied with the words, "Sack Dan." Victoria Police have narrowed down their list of suspects to 6 million people, because all of Victoria is highly paid off with him right now. And from Avi Yamini, Peter Credlin is trending. I'm assuming the Victorian Parliamentary Press Gallery are triggered again about witnessing real journalism. She puts all you useful idiots to shame. And Tony Tardio wrote, the Premier is urging Victorians who contact coronavirus to be honest in their contact tracing interviews or face consequences. And Ron Dunn says, that time when the biggest liar in Australian politics urges Victorians to tell the truth. Up yours, Dan. We can't recall what you said. And Scott Morrison. As the largest supplier, he was at NIOA Australia. As the supplier of non-guided munitions to the ADF, it was great to catch up with the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, at the opening of Bitchute. It says read more, but you can't really click. Oh, read more in there. So there's an article in there. But they are doing, I think they're bringing manufacturing back, and they are opening to talk about how NIOA and its partners are developing a sovereign munitions manufacturing capability. So Australia can protect itself, I'd say. But this leads me to think something else too. Sovereign capability. Will arms be coming back? Will we be able to bear arms again? Just something to think about. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And from LLD, Canberra Circus continues. Scandal on the East Coast. 3 leaders face a day of reckoning. The New Daily. Well, I know I don't really like this lady either, Gladys Berejiklian, but she did at least admit her mistake. This half-wit here cannot admit any mistakes. And from Ron Dunn again, in The Age today, a call for mid-term change of Premier in Victoria. It has to happen or we'll still be here same time next year. So you're going to have to, yep. Victorian government ministers to federal government, throw money at us, we need it to survive the shutdowns we've imposed. And from Baba Boone, Patriots of the world, can you please help create awareness of the situation here in Australia and what has been suppressed from the public? People need to know. How long does this go for? 2 minutes 20. Let's have a look, guys.
We have in Australia, sadly, a compromise at the highest of levels. So having produced a set of documents to the Royal Commission, which includes, disturbingly, documents that name in one document 28 people as alleged pedophiles. Includes a whole lot of prominent people. And I think to protect the discretion of the Royal Commission, I won't comment on what the Commission thought, except that they thought it was outside the terms of reference of the Royal Commission. Could you explain to me why that is so? I actually want to go to the proposition, Mr. Attorney, that we should include in the terms of reference the institution of the law. And I have documents here which the Royal Commission has seen to justify that case, and in fact every Attorney General, from Attorney General Ruddock till now, has seen some of these documents. And they are police documents, and they are very disturbing. It's not so much the secret that's the problem. It's when a group of people, such as the 28 people on this page, keep each other's secrets, that the institution becomes compromised. And on this list, and I won't, there are some spectacular examples of that. People involved in hearing court cases.
Wow. We need to see this. This needs to get out, guys. So do what you can to get this word. I'll put all the links down below, even if you just share this link. And it is by Bababoon. It'll be the last link in the description box. And let me know what you think about this. I have had a busy day, so I didn't get too much chance to look over the news, but it does look like, other than Twitter shutting people down and trying to make excuses for the New York Post and Biden, there wasn't a whole lot of news going on today, but I could be wrong because I was out all day. So this will be it for tonight, guys. I've had a very busy day. I'll put all the links down below. And don't forget to have a look at the 5G protection. It'll be down below, it'll be in the description and as a pinned comment. Okay, guys, I appreciate you bearing with me on all this. I appreciate you watching, listening, even if you don't say anything at all. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a good night, good morning, or good evening wherever you are. And I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, guys. Bye.